Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about relics. Relics is something important if you want to get prime parts in Warframe. Now that I've reached Mastery 30, I thought, well, why not go ahead and share a bit of my own experience while grinding relics. I'm going to go through Lith, Meso, Neo, and Axie. Most of these are the same type of way to grind them when it comes to Meso, Neo, and Axie. Lith, on the other hand, is something you can casually get just by playing low, very low level missions, or if you want to specifically grind for them, this will also be in the video. Now, continuing on, starting off with Lith. Now, you've got 3 suggestive options from me coming in. This is completely opinional, yes, so don't get this wrong in any way. We're gonna start off with a capture on Habit. Habit you can usually do with Volt or Titanium, if you've got either one of them. If you don't have Volt and you're a starter player, try and get into a clan and build Volt. Volt is very good when it comes to tiny speed runs of missions, and certainly capture or rescue missions. Now, we are now going to get into the endless kinds of missions that I like to do, which I sometimes do solo as well, don't get me wrong. I just do these on my own. Nobody can tell me. I would suggest to do it with a group of people, so do watch out. And here is my warning. These are excavation missions. Excavation missions are very good if you're starting out on a new account, or you need cryotic. These are good to grind it out. Why? Because you possibly need cryotic. And the best part is, if you can grind out a lot of cryotic to begin with, you'll also get relics and mods you'll possibly need for future builds. I'm not saying all of them will be useful, I'm just saying there's a possibility you might need them. That's really it for my own personal opinions on Lith relics. So on to Meso. Now, Meso relics. Meso relics is a type of relic where it's sometimes hard to grind because you don't know where to go for them. Now, people usually suggest going IO. IO is a defense on Jupiter. Other people suggest other missions. Now, me personally, I would recommend to do the disruption on Mars. On Mars, it's easy. And I say it's easy because you can literally it's the first 2. It's literally the first 2 rounds you'll get Lith, most likely. Now, after the first 2 rounds, so it'll be round 3 and up, you'll get Meso, non-stop. It is Meso non-stop. Now, these are endless missions, which I do mostly suggest. I don't like to play consecutive missions a lot. I like the endless missions. It's not that it pushes me, I just find it more entertaining for me. Since this is a video game, I want to be entertained. I don't care if it's efficient or not, I like it. Now, everybody has their opinion. This is mine. This is Meso. Now, on to Neo. You'll see a consecutive pattern here that I really do enjoy disruption missions. Now, Neo. Disruption, Uranus. No pun intended. I'm not even joking about that. Uranus. That's a place on Uranus. Not your asshole. Please don't get that mixed up. Those are 2 completely different things. Now, the reason why I've really loved these kinds of disruption missions is because you can get a arcane for your Tenno called Magus Lockdown. Now, Magus Lockdown is very fucking useful. It's probably the most useful thing you'll ever goddamn have on your Tenno, except for the amp, of course. Now, the reason why I also suggest this mission node exactly is because it's the same as Mars. You'll first get, your first 2 rounds will be possibly meso, and then after the second round will be the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, doesn't matter which one, you'll only be getting Neo from there. On top of that, on your Uranus you can also get the 2 weapons that came with Gauss, or Gauss, however you want to call him. This is something that's going to be very useful, as for your master rank, as for grinding relics. Also, you can possibly, if you get too many blueprints, you can always just sell them for credits, I don't mind it, More credits for me. Hip hip hooray. Now, for extra relics, depending on what you want to do, it depends on how this is going to go. Now, if you're going to solo it, you can obviously solo disruption missions without an issue. But if you don't want to do a disruption mission and you want to do something else, then there's one place I can suggest, because you've got the interception on Ares called Shini. Shini is good if you've got a Nyx. Why I say Nyx? If you do it solo and you've got a Nyx with full range and a lot of duration, you'll use her ability Chaos to let the enemies attack each other. Now, because Infested is mostly melee to melee combat enemies. I say mostly because there are some exceptions. Now, further on, it's simple to take control of all the points, and yet you'll still get Axie relics like this. It's simple and it's quick, and I find it very useful at times if I don't feel like doing disruption missions to grind out Axie relics. Now, usually you would want to go to is Lua Apollo, which is also a disruption mission. The first 2 you'll get is most likely a Neo relic. Now, after that, you'll be getting Axie relics. Axie relics consecutively, one after another. Well, it's useful. That way you can stay for a couple rounds, go to maybe 12 or 20, or depends if you're with buddies or not and have communication. Well, that grind can also be very good and very useful. You can also probably stock up on Axie relics, because they will be useful when you're going to sell them later on. If you want to sell relics, or if you want to grind out the rare part. That's up to you. Now, I do hope you did enjoy this tiny video of my opinional farming places to go when it comes to specific relics. I'll see you all on my Twitch stream live via quarterly, same as YouTube, just no space in between the V and the C. I'll see you all there, because I'm usually live if I don't have a sore throat. Now, good day everyone, and ta-ta!